Check out the Blue Futon. We are going to the Netflix world to watch a documentary called The Fear of 13. I have no idea what it's about. My mom called me and said, "You really need to watch this movie." I said, "Okay, let's see what this bad boy is about. Let's do it." So, what is The Fear of 13 about? Well, it's about a prisoner in Philadelphia. I want to say Philadelphia, but let's just call it Pennsylvania. This person in the Pennsylvania jail. What did he do? Why is this documentary about him? Well, it's very interesting of how they do this documentary because you don't know what his crime is or why he's in the jail. They kind of start off with him escaping, his past, what he wants to do with his life, what his past was like. But then about halfway or about 60% into the movie, you realize what this whole thing is about. And this whole documentary is about putting people in prison that should not be in prison because of fake crimes, basically before DNA happened. About how a lot of people are put into jail just because, you know what, we think this person's guilty, this, guilty, with really without any evidence. We're just like, you said this, we're linking you to this just because, to solve crimes. And then when DNA happened, a lot of things happened of getting a lot of these people free. And this is this man's story. And the reason why they chose this man's story is because so many different things happened to him to get to the point. For example, escaping jail. Even though escaping jail, it really wasn't him. It was him. Some people doing something to him for him to run away. And then how he actually got away is pretty impressive. And then him trying to get his DNA to the right people. And then stuff happening in the mail, not letting this happen. And just having this process of like waiting years and years and years to see if the DNA results work. And then you wait years and the DNA doesn't even match. Or it's basically faulty because it blows up in the mail. It's like, holy cow. And then knowing what happens to him at the end of, finding happiness and everything like that. And just like knowing that if you are free and then they got to put you in a different part of the prison with like a plastic bed so you don't hurt yourself or other guards so you can actually make it out of jail with 7 months. So it's absolutely a fascinating story of knowing that innocent people are in jail. And if you've seen a lot of my movies, I'm for the death penalty for 100% convictions. Well, this man kind of, there was never 100% conviction for this man. There was no evidence, no nothing. Even the story about how the person who did die, they're about to give this person in jail, the mother, the bloody clothes. Like, shows how much incompetence is in this system of imprisonment. I don't know how it is now, but it just shows that it is something that is out there and it needs to be fixed ASAP, 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 ASAP. But this is a very simple story of a man in a chair in a room telling his story with some flashbacks. Are there negatives? No, not at all. This is crisp, clean, hour and a half television. But I'm one of the cynical people that I am, is I want to hear the lawyers, the jurymen, the judge, the cops that put this man in jail who shouldn't be in jail and get their side of the story of why they think they did was correct to do what this guy did. So it's fascinating on that part of just why. Why? And I want more closure there, but that's just more personal, me. Maybe this guy who is in jail doesn't care because he's at that point in life where he's like, what's happening is going to happen. But it's just a fascinating story of just stuff that happened in jail, out of jail, the DNA side, the mailing side, the escapees, the police officers being just straight up assholes, police officers being good guys to help these people out, killings, shankings. It has everything. It's literally the Shawshank Redemption closed down in real life. So the Fear of 13 will receive a 5 out of 5 Blue Futons because at 100%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have the critics a 94% with 16 of them, and the audience score an 87% with 464 with no critic consensus. Seriously, this is a documentary that needs to be watched. The Fear of 13 is fantastic, true story, simple, to the point, and you're just like, wow, this is real. This shit cray cray. So do you have the 100%, the 94, or the 87? Chase up on the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of the things Futon told you, Blue Futonians. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace and love. Peace and love. Don't do anything stupid to get in jail. And if you're at that point and you see something in a newspaper where you think you could frame someone for doing that and you can maybe get out of it, don't do it. Because dominoes will fall and it could be very bad.